I was gonna say something, but I have to burp. So I was trying not to burp.
Oh my
It's the wine. I have wine burps.
Today on Poor Decisions, we're gonna be talking about loving our bodies, and I have none other than the model, mother, and now author, Tess Holliday with me. I feel like you're a great person to have on here because you started the revolution of F your beauty standards, right?
Dead.
So,
no pressure.
no pressure. So we're drinking a full-bodied red wine today, embracing the curve in the glass. A very hefty glass.
It's so hefty.
It's pretty heavy. When
I feel like maybe this is what it's like when I sit on top of my husband.
Oh my God. You know, growing up, I feel like the only fashion and beauty icons I really had were Victoria's Secret models and these super thin runway models, especially as like the fat friend, and I had always had this mental block of it. And I think a lot of young kids now feel like there are some more options, and it's great that people are starting to embrace their bodies.
And you have to love yourself before you can kind of like accept everything that's happening on the outside.
Let's get into the questions. I'm afraid to date because I'm uncomfortable with my weight. What do I do? I feel like, honestly, if somebody is judging you already based off your weight, like, they're garbage. Like, why do you have, I don't know.
I was
right?
gonna say something, but I have to burp. So
Oh.
I was trying not to burp.
Oh my
It's the wine. I have wine burps. This guy I met on like a dating website picked me up and like took me to a bar, and this was in Alabama. He sat me where the TV was behind me so that he could like sit across from me and then like watch the game / pay attention. And then he's like, yeah,
What?
I'm just not into you because of your size. And I was like, I need to leave like right now.
Oh my
And I probably would have
God.
like cussed him out, but I was like a teenager and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I didn't like know any better, but that's happened to me a ton of times where people are like, I'm not into you because of your size.
Yeah.
If anyone ever says anything about like your size or weight, that's obviously not okay. And you need to like bail
Yeah,
immediately.
leave. They're a garbage human being. They don't deserve to have your attention, honestly.
I'm literally like, I'm a size 22 and I never thought that I would find somebody, and I found somebody that like loves my body and tells me all the time and constantly makes people feel uncomfortable because he touches my butt and other parts of my body in public. And sometimes I'm like, there's children, and he's like, I don't care. So really, like, it exists and it happens, but I feel like you have to love yourself first.
Yeah.
And there's a process you have to go through before you can get to the point of finding someone to grope you in public, if that's what you're into.
Yeah. That's what you're into. I'm into groping in public.
It's probably gonna get edited out, but you know.
Oh my God. I think there is this thing of like, I don't deserve to be dating anyone, or that I'm too big for this kind of person. When you're in a relationship with someone, it goes so much further than just the way you look. It's not fair to label yourself automatically like you're not gonna ever find someone who loves you just because you're not this like size 2 girl that's taking super hot Instagram photos.
You can take super hot photos on Instagram at a size like 20
Right.
or 20 plus as well. I do it. I never thought that I would have done something like that, and that's how I unknowingly wandered down the road to meet my husband. I started embracing myself and being more confident, and I always tell people you have to like fake it until you make it, and that's a real thing. Like sometimes you have to fake loving yourself, and you have to wear things that scare you and do things that scare you to find the confidence, and then sometimes magical things happen.
So the next question is, how do I get over being self-conscious about weighing more than my boyfriend? Well, I've weighed definitely more than my boyfriend. I dated a small man, a very small man.
Maybe like a hobbit?
Basically.
Okay.
He was shorter than me, thinner than me, and I always felt self-conscious about this, but he didn't. And then I was like, I had to come to this realization of like, oh, it's me that's the problem. Like my mental state right now and my confidence is the problem.
I've had 2 relationships in my life. One, I was the small one in the relationship, and then now my husband is much smaller than me. I feel like it bothers more people than it does us, and I constantly get like trolls online that are like, how does he not die when you have sex with him? We have sex all the time and he doesn't die, and he can still breathe. It's society putting pressure on people and making them feel bad. They see all these articles of people writing about it and they're like, well, I'm smaller than my partner and this is how I deal with it. And I'm like, they talk about it like it's like an actual problem or like an epidemic, when really it's just two people that happen to be attracted to each other that are different sizes and like the world's still turning. It's totally fine and normal thing, and as long as both of you guys are happy and comfortable with it, then like it really shouldn't matter.
The next question is, my family often comments on my weight. How do I handle this and what do I do? My mom like hates my hair. And
I hated it too. When I walked in, I was thinking this.
Oh my God!
I walked in and I was like, what?
Don't say anything, because then my mom will have ammo. But it's like,
I'm just kidding.
It's like things that my family says say so much deeper than anyone else to me. And it's like, I don't know why.
Well, that's because like you love them and you want to make them happy, and there's like the pressure to make your family happy. I haven't talked to my father in 4 years because he always made me feel bad about myself and my size, and he would always tell people, you know, she's so beautiful, like look at her face, she's so beautiful. But it was always underlined, but like if I lost a little bit of weight. I didn't really understand at the time, and it really affected me and shaped who I am. I don't want to say that you have to cut someone out of your life if they're treating you badly. Like, not everyone has to go my route, but there needs to have a conversation that you have with your family. I've had it with my mom about several things, and other people in my life that say, like, this is how I want to be treated, this is how I expect to be treated, and if they can't understand that, then figure it out.
Yeah, and I think I've had times where I've sat down with my mom, like, growing up, I was like always overweight when I was a little kid, and like I was always like the fat friend and like the squishy friend. My mom's kind of like looked at me. You can tell. I don't know. You could just tell when people you love are like looking at you, like if you like gain weight or something. Or
she's like judging you. Yeah. She's like, why are you drinking a whole bottle of wine?
Yes.
Or like, why are you like
and they kind of like do these subtle glances and I think I like shut her down one day and was like, this really hurts my feelings. Like, this makes me uncomfortable to come home to really open up with you and be honest with you about my life. And I'm happier when I do gain a little more weight. And it completely changed her perspective. So the next question is, I've recently put on weight. Do I keep my skinny clothes?
No. Why are you were thinking about it? No.
Yeah. If you're,
it depends on how much weight you've gained. If you gained 5 pounds, then obviously like that's like, I'm sorry, that's like a trip to the bathroom or a burger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if you're keeping clothing around because like to torture yourself and to say like that's my goal weight and that's like, or if you're saying like I'm not gonna be happy until I can wear this dress or until like. That's crazy. You're making yourself miserable for absolutely no reason.
And like, I know people that buy things intentionally, like a size too small.
100%.
That's just like, I'll fit into it eventually. And it's like, I can't deal with that added stress. Like, I don't need that right now.
I have bigger things to worry about.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this half a bottle of wine.
I'm catching up. No, I'm not.
What am I doing? So the next question is, can I pull off trends like wearing a crop top if I'm not a size 2? And I think that would be a yes, right?
I have a sheer bodysuit on right now. Just
and the sleeve.
Fix that, yeah.
The sleeve now.
There's a lot of it. My rule is wear whatever you want and wear whatever makes you feel good. And I mean, I understand sometimes there's like societal pressure and there's people around you making you feel bad, and I have moments where I don't want to show my arms sometimes, or I feel weird about like shorts because I like short shorts, and then they usually end up looking like denim underwear because they just get lost somewhere in there.
Yeah, and I think the judgment from other people just comes from their insecurities and their unhappiness, honestly. And so it's their problem, really. So the next question is, why do my smaller friends keep talking about their bodies and losing weight and having body confidence, and I'm bigger than them?
It's like friends that say like, oh, I'm so disgusting, and they're in front of you and you are like, okay, well, what is that? What are you saying? I actually am not friends with some people anymore because of negative self-talk that they did. I would sometimes do like self-deprecating humor, and I would make fun of myself to make other people feel comfortable. And that's not okay either. So once I kind of realized that that wasn't okay, and then I heard people talking badly about themselves, I had to have a conversation and say, like, this is the kind of friend I need. You can't talk badly about yourself. It's absolutely not allowed. And either they're in or they're out. And if they're saying that, then they're obviously very insecure, and they're doing it because they want reassurance from you, and they want you to tell them how great they are. And I need people to tell me how great I am, and I can't do that. Like, you know, I'm just
You gotta
kidding.
have one.
You know what? It's all okay. We love each other.
So you're coming out with a book in September.
I am September 12th. The Not So Subtle Art of Being a Fat Girl.
Yes.
And then loving the skin that you're in.
Yeah.
It's a good resource if you are on a journey of learning how to love yourself, or if you're already there and need some reminders.
Well, I'm excited. So we always talk about the main thing we've learned today, and I really think, like we said, everything comes down to confidence and being okay with yourself. And I think being forgiving of yourself when you have those down moments. If you're 100% confident, like, tell me your secrets. I want to know. I don't
Bottle
know.
them and sell them.
Yeah, really. And yeah, and so if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please follow Tess on all her accounts here. You can check me out on Candy Lowry on Instagram, Candace Lowry on YouTube, and the Candace Lowry on Twitter.
I'm just Tess Holliday.
See? Just simplicity is the key to life. Be sure to subscribe to Popsugar Girls Guide, and I'm here every Thursday. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I'm sorry I got you drunk, kind of.
It's gonna continue once we're done.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.